Hello, 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 it's Enestor 27 and I'm coming to you guys with the second week of the NUH Battling League Season 1. Today we got the Detroit Cobalions versus the Minnesota Jynx, aka Razbowski. My man Razbowski is going to be in the description below as always, and if you guys are once again unfamiliar with the NUH Battling League, it's essentially like GBA, but we're going to quickly go over the team and hopefully we can recover from last week with that very disappointing loss last week. We're now currently 0-1, and Rez, I forgot what, I think he was 0-1. No, he was 0-0 because he didn't have a battle last week. He had a rain delay as of last week. So he is 0-0 and we are 0-1. So let's see how we can fare against Rez in this battle. This is essentially the same team, besides I replaced the Rotom with a Sandslash and I replaced the Regirock with a Vileplume to get a little bit of a better core, a little bit better of a walling kind of standpoint. So I'm going to start off with my Sandslash, hoping to get rocks up, but he sort of leads off with his Butterfree, and I'm sort of in this bad position where I can't really attack this thing unless I want to hit it with a knockoff, and I don't want to get hit with a Giga Drain quite this early, so I decide to send out my Dat Kush Vileplume as he decides to go for a substitute, which was a very good play, and he's going to start quivering on me, which I'm not super appreciative of. So I'm going to go for a quick little Sludge Bomb because I'm not too fond of Butterfrees because they can hurt me, because I think these things learn Hurricane, and I'm not looking to. I know I can eat one of those up, but I can't really eat two. But he decides to opt to go for the Bug Buzz, and after that damage that he did, it doesn't look like I'll be appreciating a second one, so I decided to go for a Sludge Bomb. Unfortunately, I do get the poison, but which does help out in the long run, which I feel really bad for, because otherwise this Sexy would have had a little bit more for him. But whatever. Right now I'm fearing that he'll go for a Bug Buzz once again. So I send in my my Ninetales to eat it up, but I do not eat it up nearly as good as I thought I would, because I thought Ninetales had really good special defense naturally, but it's not enough. But thankfully, due to the poison, Sexy, the Butterfree, won't be living another turn, so there goes the Butterfree this turn. So that's a nice 6-5 lead we have at the beginning of this game. This game is going a lot more fast-paced compared to last week, which is really good. And right now, he's going to send out an Electrode right now. I'm sort of fearing any sort of electric move or Volt Switch. So I just send out Boil to eat up that kind of move, but he decides to opt for a Rain Dance. And I'm just like, wow, a Rain Dance is going to be very problematic, because the Ludicolo is very known to go for Swift Swim. So since there's water out, I'm sort of fearing it. So I decided to predict the Ludicolo to come in, predicting me to go for an Earth Power. So I went for a Sludge Wave, but he decides to bring in the Torterra. And yeah, I'm just like, I'm not going to eat up a water, any kind of grass type move, so I have to send out Dat to eat up whatever he wants to go for. And as Rez makes a good prediction, goes for the Earthquake, and I am sort of in a bad position right now because Dat is gone and we don't have anything for grass type mons anymore, because the rain is still out and Becca can't do anything because of that. So I decided to send out Org, our Feraligatr. Wow, he wasn't in last week's battle either, so we did a lot of changing in last week. So I decided to go for an Ice Punch. I'm not sure as to why Rez decided to stay in. I guess he didn't see the use of Torterra anymore, but I would have kept it just for the Seismitoad, but whatever. He's going to switch out into Ludicolo. Ludicolo is going to be a problem because I sort of don't want to take a Giga Drain, but I use that to my advantage to stay in with my Feraligatr to go for a nice Ice Punch on this Ludicolo, and that's going to do a nice chunk to this Ludicolo, because it is going to be a problem later as the rain decides to stop, which is really good for me. And here I thought that I could finish him off with an Ice Punch from this range, but nope, he's going to live with a little bit of HP, and he's going to get like all of it back after this Giga Drain. And this the fact that this Ice Punch didn't kill really is going to hurt us in the future, because there's still an Electrode with Rain Dance around, and it pretty much outspeeds every single Pokemon that we have minus our choice Scarf Primeape. So this Ludicolo is now a problem, so I'm going to send out Alpha, our Primeape, who is Choice Scarf. I'm going to go straight for the U-turn because I want to kill this Ludicolo and switch out because I didn't want to get stuck with a, close combat. But Rez decides to switch in the Sock, predicting, I don't know, he thought that he can get one turn off, he could live one of any move that I went for. It would have been really bad if I actually went for a close combat because I do believe Primeape has a higher higher speed compared to Sock. So if I did indeed go for the close combat, the Sock would not be around. But he decides to go. I switch in my Sand Slash as I go for a knockoff and to reveal that he is Choice Banded. So I definitely should have got for the close combat with the Primeape earlier. But it's not going to matter too much because now this thing is Choice Banded, so now Choice Banded lives. So this Ice Punch shouldn't kill me with the second one, and I'm going to finish off this Sock with an Earthquake, I do believe, and that's going to put us in a good... No, we're not going to finish it off, which is really, really surprising, but I know that most likely this thing's probably going to go for a... no, I decided to switch it and keep in the Sand Slash because I was fearing that he would go for some kind of move like that. So it was sort of better that I left Sand Slash in, but it's whatever, it's not that big of a deal. So I decided to switch in Alpha. Since this Sock is very, very low as of right now, I'm just going to go kill it off with a U-turn. It's always really fun to get a kill with a U-turn, because, you know, it doesn't really happen that much. It's not as often as a, especially since you don't have a bug-type Pokemon. So it's very nice. So I'm going to switch out. I think I'm going to switch out into Becca right now because I'm like, okay, this Pokemon Becca, it's going to be very, very useful and I just need some HP on it. So we're just going to switch it in so it can get a decent little bit from leftovers, and he decides to switch in the Kid Catcher. And I'm going to use my prior knowledge of him, of Rez, by deciding to stay and go for the Flamethrower, because I knew last time when I was put in a situation like this, whenever the switch was obvious, he'd always go for the prediction. So I decided to put that to my advantage, go for the Flamethrower as he goes for a sub. Kid Catcher is not really appreciating that. I'm going to go for a Flamethrower once again, and because the Torterra is gone, I didn't really see the point of keeping Becca around, so I'm going to sag off our little Ninetales over there, which is sort of bad, but I just need a quick switch in to, actually I decided to switch in my my Primeape because I was trying to figure out how much, I decided right here, I'm like, alright, the situation of this battle is like, I always have to go into like a Panera Bread to actually battle people now, so I was like, on my phone looking all this stuff up, so I was like, okay, how much defense does Mr. Mime have? Because it was eating up those Flamethrowers really, really nicely, and I had max special attack with stab, so that was like, okay, well, how good is its defense? And the defense wasn't that good, so I decided to go for a a U-turn on it because I knew that it'd probably kill, and now we're down to 2-2. We've got Boyle versus Electro. The Electro decides to start with a Rain Dance as I go for the Earth Power, and that's going to OHKO the Baller, but the Ludicolo is in a very, very good position, for it has Swift Swim and I do not, and here I make the very, very bad misjudgment. Here I thought that since I didn't really know the mechanics of Swift Swim, and so I knew that I could live one Giga Drain from this Ludicolo because it is not that strong of an attack, and I thought that since I knew that I could kill from this range with a close combat, but I did not. I thought that since Swift Swim would only multiply the speed by 1 times, similar to Choice Scarf, but it apparently didn't, so that is going to cost us the game. If I hadn't actually switched out Seismitoad, it wouldn't have made a difference because I would like to believe that the Ludicolo is holding Hydro Pump, and it's not like I could finish off this Ludicolo in one hit with a close combat, because Ludicolo still has very, very good defenses, or respectable defenses, but it's whatever. We have fallen 0-2. It's not that big of a deal. We got 10 more weeks of this, guys. We just gotta we gotta think when we do these games, and not be afraid to pull out freaking Bulbapedia on the laptop, because essentially when I'm in I have a little bit of shame because I'm at I'm at Panera. I'm like, I have my DS there. I'm at a table. I'm just like, yo, I look like an idiot, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I'm going to from now on just going to try to pull out the games, not the games, but the actual data points a little more, a little better, a little more reliably for the future, so we don't end up having a moment like this one. Because after this one, even though that it didn't make a huge difference in the long run, it would have been really nice to actually have gotten a hit, possibly, if the hydro pump missed and a crit. Well, I know that I haven't done the damage calc, but I do believe that a crit close combat from my primate probably would kill the Ludicolo, because Ludicolo still isn't that. I would like to assume that this Ludicolo is probably invested in not HP but speed and special attack, so it wouldn't have eaten it up. So it's whatever. I just removed my chances when I actually switched in primate, so it's whatever. Live and learn. We got to take it to the next week. I forgot who we were going against next week, but whatever. So the Detroit Cobalions has dropped to 0-2. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button. It really does mean a lot. I guess question of the day for this video would be, what do you guys think? What are your hopes? What are your predictions for us in the season so far, since we're already 0-2? What do you guys think that the Detroit Cobalions will be at? And if you guys aren't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you guys haven't already, go check out Raz. He'll be in the description below. And this has been Enestor, and I will see you guys later.